Henry was a 16-year-old boy living in a poor little village. His father worked long hours as a humble carpenter, barely making enough to keep food on the table. Henry wasn't the smartest student in school, but he had one strength that made him stand out: he never gave up. More than anything, he loved running. On the track, with the wind against his face, he felt free. Deep down, he dreamed of becoming a track athlete, earning a place at the district sports academy, and making his father proud. He entered every race he could, always giving his all, yet finishing second or third. His friends and teachers cheered him on, encouraging him not to quit. Their support fueled his determination. And every morning, before the sun rose, he laced up his worn-out shoes and ran through the fog. But one rainy day, as he trained, he spotted a puppy stranded in the middle of the road. Without thinking, Henry dashed to save it, slipped, and crashed to the ground. His leg was badly injured. Months passed, and though the wound healed, the numbness remained. Running no longer felt the same. For the first time, Henry thought of letting go of his dream. Then came a turning point. One afternoon, wandering aimlessly, he stumbled upon a crowd in the village square. At the center was an old man, frail, gray-haired, and shockingly, without arms. To Henry's astonishment, the man sat before an old piano. Using only his feet, he began to play. Music filled the air, rich and soulful, silencing everyone around. With his eyes closed and a gentle smile, the man poured his heart into every note. When the song ended, Henry approached him, overwhelmed. How did you do that?" he asked. The old man smiled and told his story. He had once been a top music student, full of promise, but a tragic accident had taken both his arms. Most would have surrendered, but not him. Music was his life, and he refused to abandon it. For 5 long years, he trained himself to play with his feet, enduring ridicule and countless failures. Yet in the end, he triumphed, not over others, but over despair. Those words struck Henry like lightning. His heart awakened. If this man could rise above such loss, how could he abandon his own dream? Henry bowed deeply in gratitude. On his way home, his face glowed with determination. Something inside him had changed. From that day, he returned to training. At dawn, his footsteps echoed through the misty roads once more. He studied new techniques, adjusted his breathing, pushed his endurance. Failures still came, but this time he embraced them. At 17, he still finished second, yet he no longer felt defeated. He knew every setback was shaping him into someone stronger, tougher, and more resilient. Then, at 18, the biggest race of his life arrived, the district inter-school track meet. The stadium roared with excitement. Somewhere in the crowd, his father stood, eyes filled with hope. The starting gun fired. Henry launched forward, steady and controlled. He paced himself, conserving energy as others sprinted ahead. But with 200 meters left, he remembered the old man's words. Something ignited within him. He surged, legs flying like the wind, passing one runner after another. With the crowd on their feet, he crossed the finish line first. The cheers thundered, but what mattered most was the sight of his father, tears streaming down his face, shoulders trembling with pride. In that moment, Henry realized the true victory wasn't the gold medal or the invitation to the top sports academy. It was discovering the strength that had always been within him. Years later, Henry returned to his village as a celebrated athlete. He found the old man again and bowed with deep respect. "If it weren't for your story, I might have quit long ago," Henry said. The man simply smiled and replied, "The strength was always inside you. I only reminded you not to give up." And Henry knew then, success never comes overnight. It is built with time, faith, and relentless effort. Every stumble, every drop of sweat, every silent struggle is just a seed, waiting to bloom into triumph.